RTC. He goes for number 5. He sees Code Force. Oh, he gets it. That's an ace. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to CCS Season 2. This is week number 4, Playday number 1 of the week. We thank you so much for joining us. My name is Titangles, and today I am joined by veteran cameraman and currently muted Mr. Kaz Rep. Also joining me today is Mr. Matty Cass. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Excited to see what Omen and Prevail are capable of bringing after we saw a tremendous match for Hydra at least.
A very good match, and we'll talk about how I was right coming up here in a little bit. And we're also joined today by Mr. Crazy Man. What's going on?
What's up, Ty? I mean, I'm pretty tired after the 3 maps, but it was also pretty exciting watching Hydra those last 2. I got to give you credit for, being right about that.
Hey, what can I say? I'm usually right. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, that's my first right pick, I think, of the season. So, hey, you got to start somewhere. Anyway, it was a great matchup, and when we were talking about the game before the match started, I said that RTC has been on this roller coaster ride throughout the season, and it was dependent on him showing up because I know he has the ability, and now the chat and everybody watching knows he has the ability, and so map 1, I think he ended up dropping maybe a breadstick, maybe 2 kills, and not getting much luck on the roam game and something like that. And conversely, Breezy was doing really well. And so Reckless got off to a 4-1 start. Hydra managed to bring a couple of maps or a couple of rounds back, but Reckless took them. And whenever we went to the next map in Oregon, it was a complete flip-flop. They figured out a way to shut Breezy completely down, and Rudy started heating up. He actually started that round 7-0. If I remember correctly, and they did, and I don't want to discount the performance of any other players on Hydra because a lot of people did good. Very good communication. They did your jobs. The newcomer Team Merc started stepping up. I think he had a difficult first game as well. We all know that jump out on Big Garage didn't go his way, and so these guys started to kind of step into a groove finally. And it really knocked Reckless out of their groove, and it was a pretty hefty victory for the next 2 maps. So what do you guys think now that you've had a chance to kind of ponder back on what happened?
I think after, pretty much Hydra had gotten the warm-up in after the first map of Chalet, we saw a whole different team play out the remainder of those 2 maps, and we actually saw their true colors, and Reckless wasn't really able to, put up their A game against that.
I mean, Reckless was making a lot of mistakes here and there, and Hydra was doing capital on that. I'm proud of Hydra for noticing these mistakes and taking advantage of it every chance they could. So that's really good on Hydra. It looks really good for them, and it's going to be something that's useful for them to be able to keep doing in the future. But Reckless, at the same time, we know that they play in. They were runners-up in Challenger League. They're going to be playing relegations, I believe, to get into Pro League, unless I'm wrong about that. So they don't want to run strats because they don't want to reveal that too much. So they're kind of limited on what they're able to, do in this league. But Hydra still was able to shut them down. I mean, even if you're not running any specific strats, you should be able to. A better team will still be able to win with just these basic strats. We know Reckless is a powerful team, so it's just a lot of things that kind of went wrong for them tonight. It was just a bad chain of events that Hydra was able to take advantage of.
Yeah, I think, like you said, Reckless had made quite a bit of mistakes. Unfortunately, not really able to adapt to the aggressive or to the plays that Hydra had been making throughout. So, hopefully we see a better game here. At least, a closer round between Omen and Prevail. But I'm not really sure what's going to happen with this.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a much closer map. Right now, Omen and Prevail both have a 1-2 record. Prevail is a decent team. They can hold their own, but I think they just need to get a bit more experience. They need to work together a bit more to be able to really put up a fight against some of the better teams that are in CCS, to put up a fight against people like Most Wanted or Flipside. But most of the teams in CCS are pretty new. That's one of the things that's nice about CCS, is it gives a lot of newer teams that exposure, not only exposure, but also experience. They get a lot of experience playing in this competitive environment. They're getting a lot of experience playing against more experienced teams, and it's really good for any newer teams. Also, there's a lot of younger players that play inside of CCS. So there's a lot to it. We're not expecting to see these beautifully blended teams all over the place, but it's a lot of experience for these younger teams to get, and it's really good for them.
You know, you guys said it. You got the ranked number 9, ranked number 10 teams in here today, but I don't think the stats show the full picture. Prevail's been in a lot of knockdown, drag-out fights. It hasn't been, which is why, you know, there's a pretty equal rounds for, rounds against. I think they've got a lot more fight in them than the stats show. That being said, we got to look at Omen, and Omen has had in 3 weeks to play against Most Wanted and Flipside. Okay, so now that they got those teams out of the way, I expect to see their rank rise up slowly throughout the season. But that being said, let's go ahead and have a look at the roster tonight for Prevail, and I will start us off this time. Tonight we've got Reaper, Mango, Evening, Scorch, and Lance. Everybody returning from the previous matchup, where they lost 2-1, I believe. Is it one of y'all's notes? And
you're talking about for Honor?
For Honor. Or you know it was 2-0.
Yeah, it was 2-0. Honor had taken them 2-0.
Yeah, and you know what's crazy is Prevail. If we put Prevail against Honor 5 different times, there would be 5 different results. And the fans voted overwhelmingly that Prevail was going to take it, and then Honor just showed up. And, you know, it wasn't a complete smackdown, at least not on the first map. Prevail did put up a fight, but Honor did end up taking it. What do you guys? You guys have seen these folks play. What do you think about this lineup? What are they going to have to do to put up a fight against Omen tonight?
So I think it's important that they keep working together as a strong team. It needs to be a powerful lineup all the way across. You're not going to have, on a younger team like this, you're not going to have that one player that has all of the experience that's going to carry the team past any opponent. So they need to keep working all across the board as a powerful team. And right now, Mango, Scorch, and Lance seem to be the front runners. Mango obviously being the much heavier fragger for the team. But Scorch and Lance both play some pretty good support operators. Evening and Reaper also doing very good work themselves, but not really being any, those like star players that you're going to talk about all of the time. So as long as they stay as a solid team, as long as they keep working together, then they can definitely put up a good fight against any team that's in this league, especially against Omen.
Absolutely. Well, with that being said, let's have, at perhaps a surprising to some of you, new look at Omen's brand new roster. Maddie, you want to kick it off?
Yeah, so for the rosters today for Omen, we are going to have Oz as well as Mayhem, Heavy J, Jnan, and Flex. Unknown guys to me. They did have quite a bit of roster changes. But so far, how Omen has been in this league, even though they did have some roster changers, I think it probably might end up being for the better. Just, how well they played against Most Wanted, at least on one of those maps. I believe it was Border. And, if they're already coming out with some sudden roster changes, I mean, that shows, that someone was impressed by what they were able to do against Most Wanted. And hopefully we start to see what these guys are capable of doing. New to me, though. I'm not sure if you guys know anything about them. But,
I do indeed. As a matter of fact, what Omen ended up doing was they had 2 roster moves built up. So they lost their IGL gacha to Vertical Gaming, and that kind of sent the team for a loop. So these 5 players that you're now looking at have already been a cohesive unit for some time. So Omen used their 2 roster moves and dropped 3, picked up 2, dropped 2, picked up 3, and kept 3 existing members from Omen, Squad of Squid, Elder Sauce, and I believe Cerberus, which are now on the sub team, just because it's on short notice. And a lot of these guys came from Empire. Janon you might recognize as just recently having left Era. And so these guys have a lot of competitive experience, Pro League and Challenger League. They've been playing together for a long time, so I don't think they're going to drop a beat just because they're wearing a new banner on their shirt. These guys are here to play. I've seen them in some scrims. I've seen them compete, and they do know how to play this game. And because of that, I'm going to go ahead and put my prediction in Omen's favor 2-0. What about you guys?
Yeah, I think Omen is going to end up sweeping against Prevail, in my opinion, as well.
They definitely have more experience. So, I mean, I think they're going to win, but I'm hoping Prevail is able to at least put up a strong fight. I want to see Prevail put up a fight against Omen and show Omen that you can't just pick up all of these powerful players and suddenly win. You still are going to have to fight for it. I would like to see that come from Prevail tonight, at least.
Absolutely. With that being said, I know the teams are in there, so let's cut on over to the band screens as the bands go out, and we will await the bands to income. And I agree with you. I think Prevail is a great team. They came in, they earned their spot in CCS, they deserve to be here, and they are fully capable of putting up a fight. The problem is they've kind of been willy-nilly on, are they going to be bringing it today, or are they not going to be bringing it today? And last time that they faced off against Honor, when they were the favorites, they didn't bring it. And that upset kind of shifted the dynamic of, well, do we think Prevail has it in them? Or do we think that it's going to be another runaway for Omen? So again, I do hope that indeed it is a good matchup, but we will have to wait and see.
Ooh, it looks like the first ban is going to be Skyscraper by Omen Sports. Honestly, I think one of the stronger maps that they might try to go for would be Border. Just because, I mean, against Flipside, they did go, 4-6, but I mean, against Flipside, I mean, that's pretty impressive. I think that was actually Omen's pick last time against Flipside.
So bear with us for 1 second, folks. We are seemingly having a little bit of a problem with a ban link right now. So Crazy Man, our technical support guru, is on the case trying to get that fixed. And in the meantime, yeah, it's something that it's Prevail. They've been together. They haven't made a lot of roster changes. And so what they're going to have to do is, and what I've hoped that they've done, is that they've gone back, they've looked at the VODs, and this is very important for every team, and we talk about this week after week, that they went back, they looked at the VODs, they identified what their mistakes were, they said, okay, we did this, we should probably do this that way instead, and these are generic things, and make those corrections. That's number one. And number two is hopefully, if they're using the same in-game leader that they've been using, that they've told them, listen, you got to be aware of what's going on. We're relying heavily on you to make the necessary changes that need to be made in the middle of the round, in reaction to what is the like where is the site? What is the defense doing? How many roamers? Where is all their utility placed? And that is extremely, extremely important to be able to pull off. And it can be very difficult if you're not an experienced IGL because you already got enough stuff going on in your head, right? You're jumping around, you're shooting, you're opening doors, you're droning. So it's kind of a toss-up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think as far as map picks go, I know we're having a little issues with the ban process, but I think if you're Omen, I mean, we've seen Prevail get swept multiple times in these weeks. I'm like, if I was Omen, I would see what maps did they get swept on, because I mean, in I think it was week 3, Prevail had lost to Honor, 0-5. They got swept completely. I mean, they held up a little bit on Border, but Chalet definitely was not one of their maps. I don't know if they necessarily put the work in on that map, as far as practice, as far as one of their weaker maps. But I mean, from what they played from week 1 to week 3, we've consistently seen at least that map being one of their weak ones. So I mean, if I'm Omen, I would at least attempt to try to get one of those maps.
Yeah, I agree. So what we're gonna do is we are just gonna play some music for you. We're not gonna stick you on a timer or anything. While we get those band links reissued to the teams, and so we're just gonna leave it on the screen. It shouldn't take but maybe a minute. So we'll play some nice music for you, so you don't have to hear us squawk anymore. And we will be back in just a minute. Thanks for sticking with us. CCS Season 2. We'll be back in just a moment. And welcome back again. We are sorry for the delay. When it happens, when it's our fault, it's our fault. But sometimes Ubisoft throws us for a loop as well. So welcome back again. Sorry for the delay. My name's Ty Tangles. I'm here with Crazy and Maddie. And we are getting the players currently back in the lobby as we're speaking. But in the meantime, in case y'all haven't gone to ccsesports.com and looked at our schedule, we have a special triple header coming up this Friday. We're going to have games at 8, 9:30, and 11 p.m. Eastern. And folks, that 11 p.m. Eastern game is the one and only Most Wanted taking on Flipside. Didn't happen this year in Pro League. It's only happening right here on twitch.tv/CCS Esports. So make sure you tune in for that game. That being said, we do appreciate everybody being here today. We are indeed a community league, and we need your guys' support. So if you have it in your heart to maybe drop a subscribe, a small donation, retweet us when we go live, or even hit that follow button up there on Twitch, we do greatly appreciate it. We want to keep this league around for a long time to provide entertainment to competitive fans such as yourself. So, again, we really appreciate you guys being here. And as we're getting the players in the lobby, I think now enough time has passed. Folks, what are y'all predictions? Remind me. I've got Omen 2-0 in a commanding fashion. What do you guys say?
Yeah, 2-0. I'd say 2-0 in favor of Omen, especially with the maps that got selected. I mean, Prevail, they picked a border, but they haven't really performed that well on that map. I mean, they lost to Honor on that map. The only team we actually saw them beat on border was Reckless, and the fact that Omen against Flipside went 4-6 with them, and I think going against a stronger team shows, even though they had lost it, that they have a better chance on the selection that Prevail had picked.
Well, it looks like the team is ready. Guys, I'll let you take it over. Again, my name is Ty Eagles. Thank you so much for tuning in to CCS Esports Season 2, and enjoy.
All right, we are moving into the first map. It is going to be Oregon. We see this map a lot. We saw it in the last matchup. But this time we have very experienced players on one side with, Prevail is experienced. They're not as experienced as all of the players that are on the new Omen lineup. So we'll see what ends up happening. I don't want to. I think I'm going to go with Ty's strategy last match. I'm going to say Prevail's going to take this. I'm just gonna say Prevail's going to take it. It's worth a shot. Maybe I'll play the lottery.
Hey, it might work.
But
I mean,
I would like to see them. Everyone loves an underdog story. Everyone loves a good underdog story. So if Prevail takes this, that's going to be fantastic.
I'll buy a Prevail jersey if they do.
Will you? Okay, I'm going to hold you to. I'm going to hold you to that. These players on Omen may be very experienced, but CCS, in my opinion, is a whole different animal. You don't see the same things that you're going to see everywhere else. You'll see players taking risks that you wouldn't even take in ranked, and they'll pay off. These risks will pay off for them. So it could go in favor of Prevail here. It's possible.
Possible, but I know. I mean, Omen did pick this map. I mean, it wasn't their strongest against Flipside. I mean, they did 1-5. Clearly, going against Flipside and losing that badly, I'm sure that they put way more practice in than they had before. And it's going to kind of come. I mean, especially when you play against Flipside, you might actually gain some strategies that you want to probably run on this map as well. Looks like getting this map underway. Mango will be making an appearance here into Kitchen. Right now, going to be trying to look for some potential defending roamers. The fact that they have a Capitao as well as a Jackal, I do like to see that kind of negate some of this roam potential. They still have Goose as far as Legion and Ella Mines at their disposal on the defense. Still waiting to see. Right now, they're kind of just trying to gain some intel, figure out where these guys are currently posted up. I mean, intel is everything, especially on map Oregon. You don't want a potential flank happening right as you try to press onto those sites, as well as transitioning in between rooms. Once again, Scorch be looking to find at least some more intel before pressing upstairs. Evening now making his way into meeting hall. So right now it looks like Prevail has gained lots of ground so far. Right now, Omen patiently waiting to get the peak. Unfortunately, it's going to be Oz taken out there by Evening. It's going to be a 5v4 situation now. Omen will be losing out their Legion.
Yeah, the first pick is going in favor of the attackers, but there are still 2 roamers upstairs. You've got Flex, you've got Heavy, both upstairs right now, so they can come in for some length flanks. Scorch is going to kind of... Oh, he's actually... Yeah, so Scorch is going to take out Heavy. 2 kills already for the attackers, so Flex is still upstairs. They could lock him down up there, or they could try to flush him out. It looks like Evening and Scorch and Mango are all going to work on trying to take him out upstairs. There is less than a minute left in the round. I believe Hatch was open. Flex is going to push towards Evening, and he's actually going to get the kill on him. Now Flex is able to...
Yeah, that was a good rotate by him. Reaper now taking the refrag on a Flex. It's going to be a 4v2 situation.
I guess Discord froze on me again.
Yep, that's all right.
So they do have the smoke behind this mirror down here, but they don't have the Capitao to flush him out. And Fangblade taking out Lance right there. That's going to be a nice pick onto the Habana. Thermites, Jackal, and Ash are going to be the last one standing, but Mango is actually going to get taken down. So he's down. He's inside a meeting hall. Fangblade is very low on health. And Mayhem is right here. He's going to be trying to stop the defuse, but it's not exactly going to work out for him. C4 is going to come out and down him, though. Mayhem getting taken down by Scorch. It is a 2v1 right now. Fangblade being very low on health. Scorch pushing in, trying to find the kill. And Mira is going to run into the hallway, just trying to stay alive, buying the time that they needed. Yeah. Defenders taking round 1.
Yeah, barely unscathed, too. I mean, that was his back completely exposed. Look at those, dodging those bullets. Neo from the Matrix, but, I mean, somehow... and just to stay alive. I mean, props to him. I mean, it looks like that round is going to be going to Omen. So, I mean, I'm not really sure. I mean, Prevail had all the coverage and the ground. I guess when they were on that bomb site, you know, Omen did a really good job on holding those angles on those, like the hatch as well. And then, you know, doing this late roam game and getting those picks.
Yeah, I mean, Prevail had a massive advantage from the start there. They took out, they had the opening 2 kills. And then the Ella pushing down that stairwell, they were able to take out the Ella. I think if the Capitao had been alive and they had been able to shut down the smoke that was behind that mirror window, it might have been a little bit better. But in the end, you know, all that Mira had to do was stay alive, and it was a very smart move just running away there. So really, really well played from Omen there, getting the win by just buying just enough time. I mean, if there had been like a half a second longer there, I think the mirror would have been taken out.
Yeah, I think if he would have found those shots too, he would have been able to win that round. But I mean, it looks like right now Fangblade is a little bugged on the kill feed, inevitably killing Mango for whatever reason. But you know, interesting to see on the attacking side, they're gonna have a Glass, and this is one of those characters that we've seen mostly selected on Oregon. And the fact that it's coming out by Omen, you know, it could be a deadly arsenal for them as they try to progress in towards these bomb sites.
Yeah, he could be a very useful operator. He was banned from CCS last season, but this season he is not banned. So, you know what, Maddie? I'm going to take a little page out of your book right now. Maybe that kill feed could be a bad omen.
Oh, snap! Crazy man with the puns, baby. Hey, now you're giving in.
Hey, well, you know, it happens. But it is kind of a slow attack right now. They are droning everything out, just gaining as much intel. I think Flex is already inside of Kitchen. Heavy coming inside now. Scorch and Mango are both here at Tower, Big Tower. while the rest of the attackers are already moving down the stairwell here. I think Habana is going to open up that mirror window and try to give them a little bit of an advantage there. Oh no, they're opening the hatch from down below. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, that's weird. That is very weird.
Maybe they. Oh, I think I know exactly what they're doing. They had the Habana hit those charges onto the hatch there, with the Glaz watching that mirror window to see if anyone tried to peek that to take out the Habana pellets. So that's actually a really clever play from them. Unfortunately, or fortunately for Prevail, they didn't take the bait. So smart by Prevail there, not taking that bait. It is less than a minute left. Heavy getting the first kill of the round onto Lance. So the plant is going to start to go down. Looks like Mango is going to be going for a rotate now. Evening shutting down Mayhem. That's going to stop the diffuser from being planted. We're reaching the 1 minute marker now. Glaz still at the bottom of this stairwell. I believe the defenders are going to start coming in for a late flank here. I think Jaeger is upstairs and Ella is on the first floor. They're going to try to come in for a flank and do something special here. But they need to do it soon because it's entirely possible for Omen here to really take a bit of an advantage if you know, I don't know if Buck already used his grenades or not, but they have Oz now has the diffuser. He's going to go ahead and he's going to try to start planting it. He has Glaz covering him. They don't have any smoke grenades. They do have an Echo drone, but the Echo is not going to. Oh, he does stop.
Looks like he's getting him. Yeah, very nice play.
Yeah.
20 seconds left as well.
And he's just waiting. He's waiting until that last second. He knows the timing very well. So he's just stopping it as best as he can. Now he's going to push up and he's going to take out Oz. That's going to be the diffuser down. Evening taking out Fangblade. I mean, they're just dropping left and right. Flex is pushed into sight. He's trying to get the kills before the time is going to run out. But the last one's going to be upstairs. He's not going to get the kill. And the defenders are going to take round 2. So that's both rounds so far being won by running down the clock.
Yeah, I mean, tremendous job too by Prevail, able to stall that out as long as they had. I mean, that was almost a really nice, clever play there with the Habana and the Glaz. Like you said, though, they did not fall for the bait. I was thinking if they could pull a clever play off like that, that they had a potential to do something crazy there. But fortunately, time was a factor and did mitigate out some of their potential plays. Almost a potential play there by Flex when he came in from behind on that flank. You know, takes down 2 defenders with ease. Was still waiting to get the kill there on Jaeger, but you know, time had run out for them. And I mean, good job for Prevail for winning the second round.
Yeah, I mean, they stretched it out to the absolute final second there. That Echo, beautifully done by the Echo, knowing the timing of that diffuser. It is a 7-second plant, so he just waited it. He bought as much time as possible so he would have more charges on his yokai drone. He would get more out of the charges that he used. So really smart from the Echo, stopping that diffuser and then pushing up to kill him. The Buck, it looked like Buck dropped through the hatch and then tried to run in through laundry closet. I could be wrong about that, but he did get meleeed. He got knifed by Evening. Shut down that push like it was nothing. And then Flex tried to run into sight and got the Mira, but was not able to finish up the round because the last person was a roamer that was upstairs. So that late flank didn't necessarily result in kills, but it did result in a win by having the last defender still standing when the time ran out.
Yeah, and getting this match underway, I already see a change as far as attackers go. We're going to see a Capital Buck, Ash, Blackbeard, as well as Habana. Crucial characters to be picking on a map Oregon, especially with the bomb site selected kids dorm, as well as dorm main hall. Kind of, you know, patient, or you kind of at least want to at least have your Blackbeard try to approach, you know, that dining hall roof, get some contention in there, or, you know, opt to go for some armory play there by the main stairs from master or below master bedroom. It looks like Evening's actually going to opt to try to, you know, contest here on dining hall room, but rotating back out, back towards offices.
Yeah, so they are just getting their drones in right now. Mango, Ash right now, he is going to be the entry fragger. He's going to be trying to as many people as possible, but right now they have Habana using her Kairos pellets. Oh wait, no, Reaper's going to be downed from kids dorms, it looks like. So he's downed on top of that big roof. Mayhem not able to finish off the kill, but Heavy taking out Evening. That's the Capitao out of the equation with Blackbeard downed on top of Big Tower. It's going to be really risky for them to try to get back up there to pick up their Blackbeard, and that's going to be a very costly loss for them, especially with Evening going down as well. Mango right now is trying to push in towards White Stairs, but looks like he might be falling back. Flex is just playing down here. He's playing very well inside of the showers right here, or inside of the bathroom. Just buying as much time as possible, not really going towards Mango, buying time, keeping him back, but not pushing towards him. So that's a very smart move from Flex, and pushing down the clock like this, especially when they're at a 5v4 right now, it's really smart for Flex to be doing. But Lance is going to take out Fangblade, so that's the Mira down and out. Flex once again going back into this bathroom here. Mango still not pushing up. He's just going to sit here and watch this doorway. He does have a bit of a pinch on the Ella. There's no way for her to get out of here. He's going to have to look, Ash is going to have to look away and try to move in different directions. And here's the pinch. So Scorch is going to put some shots towards Flex while Mango moves into a better angle. And Mango is going to get a nice headshot there on a Flex. A really nice little lean peek there to get the headshot, putting it to a 3v4. But Oz is going to take out Lance. And Heavy is going to get taken down by Mango. The trades are just going back and forth right now. It is a 2v3. The Blackbeard is still standing, but I'm not sure where he is right now. I think he's outside of Kids. Oz is over by White Stairwell. Looks like he's going to peek it. He's going to get the shots on to Mango, leaving it down to Reaper and Scorch. Scorch is going to move up the White Stairs. He's going to take out Oz, and now it's just...
Mayhem now taking down Scorch. It's a 1v1 situation. 2 seconds remaining on the
Scorch
clock.
He's going to get taken out.
And Mayhem's going to get the final killer onto Reaper.
Did my Discord cut out again in the middle of that?
yeah, it cut out in the middle of that. That's unfortunate, man. Yeah, it's all right. But it looks like your team slowly falling behind there. Crazy.
Hey, listen. They did really well downstairs. Both of these teams right now are doing really well on defense. All right. They're gonna win this defense. Okay, they're gonna win this.
They did honestly though. They did really good on their attack. I mean, you could see that there's definitely more synergy on Prevail just because they have that comfortable, playing with the same roster. Whereas you see this new roster out by Omen, and it kind of seems like this kill fest. But I mean, it's impressive to see the 1v1s that they're able to put up against Prevail. And I think, what's kind of going to come down to these matches is if the strategies by Prevail can outweigh Omen's, because I mean, Omen being super fresh as far as roster goes, but Omen, still has, this unhidden skill potential that we haven't really seen yet. So they're kind of a bit of a mystery team, but I mean, as far as rumors goes, they're pretty strong players. I think it's going to kind of come down to what they can do in their 1v1s.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of this is coming down to gunfights, like Blackbeard losing that gunfight against the smoke there. But I think what ended up costing Prevail that last round was a lot of unfortunate positioning. Mango getting caught off guard on White Stairs, the Blackbeard getting caught on top of Big Tower that early in the round. That bad positioning can completely destroy an attacking team. So that definitely went wrong for them during that last round. Hopefully they're able to adjust for it and they learn from their mistakes. But we do have the attackers moving in very quickly towards Large Tower here. Habana going to be opening up that attic. Mango holding a nice little angle here, but he is going to get droned out by Fangblade's going to go ahead and try to peek that. Mango has this hatch open, so he's just going to drop down there and play it safe. Buying a bit of time, it's definitely the smarter move to take. So now that they have this attic hole open, they can kind of peek through it on this stairwell here. It looks like all the defenders have fallen back to the southern side of the map.
Yeah, I think Jaeger might actually have a nice peek here down attic if Omen opts to try to press it. But right now, Omen's doing a pretty good job on playing aggressively here on the rear stage, as well as attic trying to put some pressure on those roamers, force them to have to rotate back to these sides. But Mango, I mean, we just saw him drop from meeting hall, rotating back out. It's gonna be Evening getting the pick there onto Flex as they try to rappel up here onto Kid Storm. And surprisingly enough, Fangblade still gonna be stuck on that on the rappel.
Yeah, I mean, they're really trying to get these kills from this rappel here, but Evening is just running around and trying to dodge everything he can. Fangblade is going to go across, take a few shots into the foot. Not going to do a lot of damage to him, unfortunately, but at least it's buying them some time. Heavy is going to be sitting outside of this big window here. He is on his glass. It looks like that's turning out to be his favorite attacking operator so far.
I think right now Fangblade's just trying to look for an angle, but I mean, he keeps playing this very consistently, even after his positioning has been compromised. So I'm kind of surprised to see that. But I think he's going to try to see if Mayhem can go for at least a pinch here on Evening, force Evening to take these gunfights here on the angles. Oh, and it looks like Heavy's going to be taking down Evening through the distraction. Scorch, though, refragging onto Oz. And Glaz with his proning up from Dormain Hall. Going to be wreaking havoc onto some of these anchors. And now it's going to be up to Castle, Blitz, or Bandit, and Smoke to try to contest this out. And Bomb is going to be going down, but we're going to see Lance taking down Fangblade. 3v2 now so far in favor of the attacking side. They do have the bomb down, and Lance is going to have to use whatever he can as far as remote gas grenades goes to try to press in. But Heavy now onto Reaper, Mayhem now onto Lance. It's a 2v1 situation. It's going to be Mango left to rotate out there from that balcony, and Heavy with a final kill. I mean, Heavy pretty much took that round.
Yeah, Heavy did put in a lot of work there, especially with those kills opening up the kids' dorms. If they hadn't opened up kids' dorms by taking out that Mira, that would have gone completely differently. We did see the smoke. I'm not sure what he was doing. He did try to throw a smoke canister to try to flush out the Glaz, at least push him outside, but he missed his smoke canister a bunch of times. And then Thatcher was just inside of kids' dorms and had a nice angle on him. I think it was the Thatcher that got the kill there. But just not going well for Prevail at all there. So I think that's the round that we are going to see that, changes the tide for this map. It looks like it's probably going to go in. I don't want to say this because I know I said Prevail will win, but it looks like it might end up going in Omen's favor because they were able to win that attacking round.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, though, the matches have been really, the rounds have been really close so far. I mean, it's not really been this landslide. It's coming down to these final seconds and these, these tight 2v2 situations, these 3v3s. I mean, they still have top fraggers alive between both sides as it draws towards the end. I mean, it's kind of just coming down to these individual plays that are really starting to shine. I mean, we didn't really see too much action from the Glaz yet, but I mean, right there, takes advantage of those smokes, plays a really nice prone angle, able to decimate those anchors, force a little bit of confusion amongst Prevail as they try to rotate out in between sites. I mean, if they can keep disrupting Prevail like that, I think Omen, could potentially take this map. But I mean, Prevail so far has been really consistent in between rounds.
Yeah, I think it's just a matter of, I think Omen definitely took the first few rounds to kind of get a feel for Prevail, figure out how they play, and now they're just changing the way that they're playing to, counter it in the best way possible. So now we do see Prevail is going to be starting to push in. They know that Omen likes to roam on this bomb site. Flex is actually going back down to site, as I said that, but they do still have Heavy upstairs right now on the Jaeger. So it's going to be very important. Oh no, Flex is just running around to rear stage right now. He might get caught off. No, Reaper just looked away at just the wrong moment. He would have been able to at least get the intel there. So it's very important that Prevail try to take out the roamers here. We do see Heavy up at the top of Big Tower. So him and Flex are going to be working together to try to shut down anyone trying to push in from this rear stage area.
And this was one of those deadly spots too that you see operators like to camp on the defense at Watchtower. And when you see one of these attackers opt to go for it, it's really, it builds up that anticipation. What's going to happen here? I mean, is this guy going to rappel up? Is he going to get the kills? Is he going to change this round? But I mean, they still have 2 roamers over by Watchtower, and that could be really bad for Reaper if he decides to go for this play.
Yeah, I mean, even if he does get the pick onto Heavy, I would hope there at least be a refrag coming in from Flex. That's why you have the roamers working together like this. It looks like Heavy is being tracked by Jackal right now. And Flex is going to get the shot on the Mango inside of Attic. That's the first kill of the round coming in from Flex. A nice pick from the roamers there. Heavy still floating around up here. Flex definitely, they know where Flex and Heavy are right now, so they're just trying to pinch him in there. I think they have them locked down into this position. They just kind of have to get in there and win those gunfights against them.
Yeah, right now, you can see Prevail really struggling to try to take a Watchtower. They're really wanting to try to knock out these roamers because they know if they try to press into the sites, they're still going to have to deal with those roamers roaming around between the second floor. I mean, there's too many variables that they're going to have to deal with. And the fact that the time has already been ticking down against them, I mean, they're going to have to force themselves to go for this plant regardless. That's going to be going for the plant right now. And he's able to, I honestly thought he was about to get it there through the smoke, but Mayhem's going to be picking him up. Now it's going to be a 5v3 situation so far in favor of Omen, as Mayhem patiently waits here by dropper Oz. Now taking out Scorch. Mayhem now into Reaper. It's a 5v1 situation. Evening left to clutch it out so far. Not looking good for him. Time ticking down to approximately 10 seconds now. Diffuser will be down in Flex. Going to be coming up with a nice cleanup, giving the people what they want, the Flex baby.
I mean, that was I saw Prevail fall off of they were trying to push Big Tower for far too long there. In the end, they did fall off of it. They were like, you know what, screw it, we have to get towards site. They got on the site, they started getting the plant, and just before he finished it, he got taken out. That's extremely unfortunate for Prevail. I think if they had gotten the diffuser down and then maybe one or two of them had gotten to a better position to, hold the plant, it would have been much better. But it collapsed on top of them. The Capitao using both of his flame arrows on Laundry Closet, not the smartest move. He should have used one to shut down the smoke that was by the mirror window. Yes, they smoked you off, but you can still throw your smoke canisters around if there's smoke there. If you put flames there, they can't peek it without taking a lot of damage. So that was an unfortunate move by the Capitao. I think maybe that one small adjustment might have changed the outcome of that round.
Yeah, I think, like you said, and the fact that they opted to go for the plant in the middle of the smoke, in the middle of laundry room, was a lot riskier, just because when they, you got these defenders, they're going to, of course, try to blindly go for at least some kind of crossfire, and they managed to hit right center mass, right on the center of the objective, taking them out. And unfortunate plays by Prevail, but they're going to be switching it up now on the defense. We're going to see once again a Yokai coming into play. Did a good job before delaying out that bomb against Omen. Hopefully he's able to come up with some similar plays, and it's going to be up to Omen to take out the roamers. As far as this round goes, try to take out those roamers early on. Give yourself some access onto those bomb sites. It's pretty much how laundry room tends to be played out. You want to try to take out those roamers on that first floor. Sometimes you'll see roamer opt to go for the second floor, rotates in between attic, but I don't think we're going to be seeing it this time for at least Prevail, just because we already seen Omen taking on the second floor. But actually, Scorch is going to be playing across there by Watchtower. Going to be trying to exchange some shots. Unfortunately, gave his positioning away too soon, so they will know he's there. They're going to be trying to drone him out and hopefully try to pinch him off. But Mango still by to help for the assist.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they're not really too overly concerned with the roamers, because it is very much a heavy roam towards rear stage right now. So you can kind of hold off. You can hold off the flank. It's a lot easier to hold off the flank at this point than it is to completely shut down the roamers. They do have a Thatcher this time, so I'll be interested to see if the Thatcher opts to use his EMPs to try to take care of the Yokai when they go for the plant. But Reaper actually is going to get downed by a grenade as I'm saying that, so they're not really... it doesn't matter. If the Echo is down, he can't really use his drone.
Yeah, that's unfortunate too. That was really good game sense too. They saw Reaper taking down those Hibana charges. They opted to throw the frag, and they were able to take him down. Now Flex taking down Scorch up from above. They will lose that roamer advantage. And now Lance going to be frag on Mayhem, but bomb will be going down regardless. So far in favor of Omen, as they are decimating this bomb site. Flex now onto Mango. C4 goes up very nicely, thrown by Evening. Hashtag calculated, takes down Oz, and Heavy now onto Evening for the refrag, and Heavy trying to close out this round using that T95 to his advantage, putting out shots, but Flex is going to wait for the rotate and gets a very nice cleanup. I think it's going to be GG's here for Omen on this first map.
Everything just collapsed for Prevail at the end there. I mean, Scorch going up for that flank and attic, he got taken out. I believe it was Scorch, just shut down. And that's what I was saying. It's a lot easier to just stop. Yeah, so it was Scorch. It's a lot easier to stop the flank at that point than it is to flush out the roamers when you don't have much time left. Heavy and Flex both with 8 kills, and then Evening with Scorch both with 5. They're going to be topping their teams, but Mayhem with 6, and then there was 2 and 3 there for the other 2 players on Omen. So there was a 5-1 on that first map. It's not looking good for my odds right now.
That's all right. I mean, we are going to see Omen, though, hitting them with the heavy flex. I mean, they were top fragging. But, it's going to go back into favor of Prevail's map pick. So hopefully we see what they're capable of doing. But in the meantime, we'll be taking a short break as we get map border underway.
Welcome back, everybody. That first map, 5-1. Ready for the second map now. Border. Yeah.
Yeah, coming back 5-1. We saw Omen decimating Prevail on map Oregon. That was their map choice, though. This time we're going to be playing on map Border, where Prevail had selected this out. So curious to see what they're capable of doing this time. I mean, so far Omen has so far been adapting really well against Prevail. We've already seen a change of pace as far as the first 2 rounds went. Seemed pretty slow at first, but we can already see the speed heading way towards their victory. And let's see what Prevail's capable of doing here.
Yeah, I think Omen is they got comfortable after those first few rounds. They figured out what they had to do, how they work together, and what they had to do to really, put Prevail into bad positions. So once they got that on lock, they really just kind of shut them out. They weren't able to get a single win since that first or that second round that Prevail had. It was the one round that they won, and it was round 2 of the map. So really good job from Omen shutting them out like that.
Yeah, I think that the game sense for Omen is really starting to shine. The first 2 rounds seemed really strong for Prevail. I think, like you had stated before, Omen was kind of just trying to get a read on how Prevail was playing, and it seems that they've really spotted out on how they like to play on the attacking side as well as the defense. But getting into this map underway, we're gonna see on the defense we will see a bandit as well as a pulse Jaeger, a smoke, and a Mira. On the attacking side, we're going to see a Habana thermite, sledge buck, as well as an ash heavy breaching operators. Very typical to see on map Border. Lots of vertical plays from below as well as above. And I think most common attacking routes you typically see on these bomb sites usually is from east stairs. You want to try to take over security room just to give you some access right across there into archives. I'm curious to see how they try to defend this off.
Yeah, I mean, we're probably going to see a roam coming in from the Pulse as well as the Bandit. Oz sometimes does play a roamer from what I've seen so far, so I would expect to see him roaming as well. It's mostly going to be about them shutting down Prevail's map control. As long as if Prevail is able to take east stairs and security, then that basically locks the defenders down to the bomb sites because you have control of the hallway, and you just lock them in there. You have control of both stairwells as long as you have control of security and east stairs, and that much map control going to Prevail could actually cost Omen a round. So we'll see how they decide to counter it, but so far it looks like the attackers, Evening is already inside on east stairs. They're going for an offices hold. I'm not expecting to see an offices take because you don't have that Blackbeard to sit up on the AC balcony. You really kind of need that for a solid offices take. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to shut down rotations from the other bomb site. So, you've got Flex here inside of offices. You've got Bandit inside of Fountain. You're focusing a lot of your defense on this offices and Fountain side. It puts you at a big risk for being taken from the armory side. And they already have control of security. They have control of east stairs. They have the hole in that wall there so they can stop people from trying to run out and take out a Thermite or a Habana that are trying to open that wall. Scorch is down below. He opens up the mirror window that's inside of small office there. So just a massive map advantage going to Prevail so far. It's going to be kind of difficult for Omen to, play against this.
Yeah, I mean, Prevail's done a really good job opening up the map into how they want it. Now it's just kind of come down to the execution. And as I say that, Scorch gets the first frag onto Fangblade. They're going to be taking down their Mira, who I believe was trying to contest there by Armory Lockers. So a big pick by them. Going to have some more contention on west balcony, I assume. Right now, Evening's just trying to stall out one of their Pulse defenders that's currently anchoring down here by Fountain. Stalling him out will prevent him from being able to rotate out back towards Armory Lockers. It's going to be heavy as they're anticipating the charges coming in from the wall. We're going to see the remote gas grenades being thrown.
Yeah, so at this point, I think Omen knows that Prevail is going to go. Ooh, and Evening with a nice shot on the Flex. Scorch taking out Heavy as well. It's going to be a 2v5. Oz getting a nice shot on the Mango, putting it to a 2v4. So Oz and Mayhem are going to have to hold it down here pretty easy. Mayhem pushing up to try to take out Prevail. He does stop the plant from going down, and he finishes off the kill there. So that's really good from him, putting it to a 2v3 with the diffuser downed in sight and some damage going in on Lance, actually. So he's putting him down to half health. And now Lance is trying to push in, as well as Evening coming and Scorch coming in from the hallway. Evening getting the shot onto Oz. It's going to be down to Mayhem. And it looks like Scorch and Evening are both going to push towards Mayhem. Evening being brought very low. Mayhem's coming around the corner with a shotgun. He's going to come towards Lance. He downs him, and he's going to take the round.
Dude, Mayhem with the clutch out of nowhere with the shotgun, showing how deadly that shotgun can be. Ends up decimating Prevail's attack. I mean, that's just really unfortunate. I mean, they were so... I guess you could say trained on getting the bomb down and then regrouping up with their teammate, completely missing the angle of where he was posted up. I mean, tremendous job by him. I mean, he posted up right there in the slot by the window between armory lockers, patiently waits, gets the triple kill, wins that round. I mean, a silly mistake by Prevail. I mean, all they had to really do, I mean, they knew where he was. All they had to do was just play the angles properly, and they would have taken that. But, I mean, I gotta give it to Prevail. They did a tremendous job opening up the sites they wanted to. They just were not able to finish it off for whatever reason. I mean, it was a 1v3. He was pinched off in one angle. Somehow he was able to come up with clutch off that.
Yeah, I mean, once they knew where he was, the smartest thing to do would have been to just hold the angle. But they went aggressive. Somehow the Buck got taken out jumping in through the window, but whoever it was that ran across, I can't remember who it was, but they just ran right across without getting hit. And then they finally got taken down, when he peeked the corner with a shotgun. And Lance, he got the diffuser down, and then he tried to run away, but then he stopped running and peeked back, and then he just got shut down by the shotgun. That was a 2v5 that they just, pulled off. That was fantastic to watch, especially that shotgun play at the end there. That was a triple kill at the end.
I honestly thought he was about to get a collateral, like shoot. I thought he was honestly going to pop the guy running across and then get Buck, and then somehow it ended up the other way. I mean, that was a little odd to me, but I mean, he did a tremendous job keeping his cool and able to finish off that round.
Yeah, really well played from him. I'm excited to see what else he manages to pull off throughout the rest of the season. He got what, 4 kills in that round? And that was the first round of the map. It's just obliterating them. And already they have a lot of map control here. It looks like they have security. They have east stairs. There is, I believe, Mira. Oh, okay. So it's actually, the bomb site is downstairs right now. So they're trying to take the top floor right now. They do have a lot of control over security. They are opening a lot of walls towards archives. Looks like Reaper, Mango, and Scorch are going to be the 3 that are upstairs right now. And if they're able to shut down these players on Prevail, I don't see Prevail taking this round. It looks like Scorch is going to kind of peek out towards that east balcony, but he's going to get detected, and that's giving a lot of intel to the attackers. That's not always the smartest move. I mean, you didn't get anything from it, so why would you do it? Thermite's going to be opening the wall into archives. Fangblade throwing in a nade, trying to get a kill here. Nothing coming from it. So Mango actually getting the first kill onto Oz. That's nice. Shut down a push from the armory side.
Yeah, and it looks like most of the contention now is going to be transitioning towards offices. Losing one of their potential roamers there by the west balcony will be a little detrimental to them, but still nothing to really worry about. Lots of contenders left up, and they're starting to take control over archives right now, just trying to pinch off. Scorch currently contesting out as best as he can. A minute left in this round. Fangblade holding a nice kill hole in between office hallway. Just kind of patiently waiting right now for these kills. Minute ticking down. Flashbang is going to be thrown out. Looks like Scorch, a little bit of panic there, but right now, Omen's not really able to get off these plays right away, though. Fangblade takes down Reaper. Now it's going to be Scorch getting a 2K there onto Fangblade and a heavy Mango onto Mayhem. It's going to be Flex taking down Evening. And from down below, wreaking havoc. He's trying to push in from first floor workshop. Trying to put in some shots above. Unfortunately, 40 seconds left in the round. He's going to have his whole team taken out. It's going to be up to him to clutch this out.
Yeah, I mean, he did just get a lot of damage in on Scorch, though, and it looks like the Bandit has rotated downstairs. So Bandit's on the first floor. Scorch is very low up here. Could get caught off guard by Flex, but it looks like Scorch is rotating into Fountain to try to, account for Flex coming up here. Flex might be going for the diffuser, might be going for the kills. But he is going to jump over there into offices, jumping out onto the balcony. He's going to grab the diffuser. So I think he's going to try to go for a plant here, or at least bait the 2 final defenders out with a plant. But Scorch inside of Fountain is going to get the shot onto Flex, giving Prevail the round.
Yeah, that's exactly what they needed to stay in this game. You definitely don't want to see it start slipping away, especially with how they were playing on map Oregon. You know, you don't want to see that 2-0 lead happen right off the bat. And I think, you know, because Prevail has been so close in these rounds, I think this kind of plays more in favor of how they're running their team. They got more communication, they got more synergy. I mean, I can't listen in on the comms of Omen, but they are a fresh roster. And I think picking a map like Border, where it requires lots of synergy, communication, and execution, I think this might potentially play into their favor if they can, you know, keep the consistency in their defense. That's definitely a side they don't want to try to lose on against Omen. If they can keep the defense up, keep winning their attacking rounds if they can, then they could potentially pull off the win.
Yeah, and one thing I would like to note is Prevail. This was Prevail's pick, or
Yeah,
was it?
yeah, you got it
Yeah.
right. It was Prevail's pick.
So, and last time on Oregon, they decided to start playing on attack. So this time they started on attack again because obviously you would want to start on defense on this map. So that is one thing that I just wanted to note here. I'm not sure why Prevail decided to pick to start on attack last map. But Omen definitely made the smarter choice on this map by starting on defense.
Yeah, and especially winning that round, and now they're gonna have to win once again on the defense.
And we do see it looks like Heavy and Oz are going to be two roamers right now. So Prevail last time, or when they were defending this site just now, they had three roamers. They had the Castle, Jaeger, and Bandit were all roaming. So we have two roamers coming in for Omen. They're probably more confident in themselves, and that's why they have only the two roamers. So that confidence could actually, you know, play really well into how well they play this round.
Yeah, and hopefully, you know, last time they turtled down on the site, which worked against them. This time that they're opting to come out with more of a roam play, could prove way better for them. Right now, they are actually going to be giving up security room. I mean, this is similar to what they did last time. They gave up too much ground, and Prevail was able to capitalize on that. So it's something, you know, Omen needs to try to at least prevent with their roamers. But we'll see what happens here as we get this match underway. Flashbangs already coming out onto the bomb sites right now, patiently waiting for any kills between both sides. We're going to see Lance getting those Hibana charges there on the mirror window. Pressing into Army Locker. It's going to be Oz getting the first kill onto Lance. 5v4 Scorch now. Going to have to delay the push. Is going to see him, though, on the camera. Evening going to be taking out Oz. Going to go for the frag kill to finish him off. Not sure if he... Oh, he's actually the Jaeger. Yeah, the ADS was able to take that out. Very nice save and well placed there. But I don't think it's going to happen this time. Yeah, it ends up finishing him off.
I mean, they are buying a lot of time. Heavy is still upstairs. Looks like, so Heavy just broke hatch. He's dropped down. Just in time, actually. I think Evening just looked into small office. He was looking to go for that kill. Heavy getting a nice shot on the Mango there. A lot of the attackers are very low on health right now, or two of the attackers. So you've got Fuse and Buck, both very low on health. That could be drastic for them in the end if they have to drop, you know, last second. There is less than a minute left on the clock, with 4 defenders still standing. Most of them have full health. 3 of them have full health, with Heavy taking some damage, I think, from a Fuse puck just now. And there comes another Fuse charge going in the site, trying to move the defenders around the way that Prevail wants to.
I think right now, so far, Omen's doing a good job keeping their cool, trying to prevent them getting picked off. But Reaper is going to be taking on Heavy from below. They did manage to catch off one anchor rotate. Right now, kind of trying to play out the same strategy. 20 seconds though left, and Scorch is going to take even more damage off the fall. That's going to prevent him from getting on any kind of trade. Mayhem now going to be coming out for a rotate. He does hear the diffuser going down. Scorch going to get taken out though by Fangblade. 3v2 situation, 5 seconds left. Not looking good for the attacking side. They are going to have their fuse very low. Evening going to have to jump in, try to come up for some kind of clutch play, but Mayhem's going to be taking them out. One attacker left, and unfortunately not able to come with the win there. And once again, it's one of those defender-sided maps. And right now, Omen doing a very good job on their defense is going to be putting score now up 2-1. And Prevail now left to defend this map.
Yeah, so this round could be completely different for Omen in terms of attacking. Prevail, their first defense, they played downstairs. So now they have to play upstairs. I think playing downstairs kind of caught the attackers a little off guard. They weren't overly prepared for it. So I think that might have played into Prevail getting that win. And now that Omen, is able to tell which bomb site they have to go to, because nobody's really going to go to customs. That's not the best site to play if you're not an experienced team. So they're able to predict much better which site Prevail's going to go to, and they're going to be much more prepared for taking that site, and they're going to know exactly what they want to do before they even really get into the round.
Yeah, I think if Prevail did opt to go for a security room bomb site, it may be a little bit more beneficial just because you got this fresh roster of players. I assume they haven't really had the chance to get the synergy as far as trying to take the security room sites. I mean, archives, armory lockers, very typical bomb sites that you get, as well as the server room. So I mean, I guess opt for a little bit of versatility just to at least see if it throws them off. I mean, at least that round.
Yeah, and that's one of the things we've seen when it was still Euphoria. They did that on this map anyways. Original players, they started in customs. So that's not, they or at least Euphoria did that. So now we see Prevail kind of taking a page out of the old Euphoria book and just kind of swapping it up on which site they're starting on. But Evening is going to get downed already. Not sure what exactly happened there to down him. But that's really costly for them. That's the Mira down. He's actually going to get finished off by Fangblade.
Yeah, that's beautifully placed, beautifully timed. Fangblade now taking down the Mirror, still opts to hold down the angle west balcony. We're going to see the Thatcher grenades coming in to try to disable some of those ADS systems. Lance now going to play as the aggressor towards this doorway as Fangblade's looking for any potential push. Drones now going to be coming out. Fangblade will be spotting him. Remote gas grenade charges trying to delay. I don't think that actually hit near that doorway though. On the right side. Oh, actually it did a little bit, but it looks like a heavy push about to come in from Omen onto the bomb site A, so they will need a very huge rotate out by Prevail in order to stay alive. Lance now taking down Heavy. Reaper onto Fangblade. Mayhem refragging onto Reaper, and it looks like this is going in favor so far of Prevail. It's going to be Oz left as the final one as he gets the kill onto Lance, who just decimated his team with that shotgun, and so far a minute left in this round and already lots of plays happening.
I mean, I feel bad for Prevail because everything was collapsing on them constantly in the last map. But for this map or this play right here, everything just collapsed on Omen. All of them were right there, and all of them just got picked off. We saw, I believe it was Oz that was playing the smoke that got the triple before, so I wouldn't be surprised if he managed to pull off some other clutch play. But at the same time, it's different. He doesn't have the shotgun at this time. He is going to get the shots. No, he's going to look at Scorch. He misses the shots. Scorch is going to move into Sandwich now, and Mango is pushing back towards site as well. He's going to be peeking the doorway. He has a nice little angle there, but Oz is going to get the headshot onto Scorch. Mango pushing in. Oz taking the shots at him. He's going to miss. He's going to reload his gun. He's trying to peek Mango here. I'm not sure why he's not. He's going to put the diffuser down. He might try to fake it, try to bait. Yes, he heard Mango jump in a small office. He's going to get the shot. Oz!
Let's go,
pulling off a clutch.
Oh my gosh, man. This Omen team, back-to-back clutches. I mean, this is awesome to see. Crazy. Oz going off, gets the nice 1v2 situation. I mean, magic happening here so far for Omen.
This is like a replay of last map. I mean, Prevail getting the win on their first defense round, but then, Omen taking a win on their next attacking round.
It's okay, honestly.
It's 1-3. It's literally just a replay of what it was before.
Yeah,
so,
I think
the next two rounds are probably going to go to Omen. I think they might have broken Prevail's spirit. Oz is just getting these incredible clutches.
It seems like such a lost cause situation too. Like when Omen's put in these, you're like, well, I mean, there's no way that this can really happen. And then it ends up, it's like, what the hell? Like, what? This just unfolded before me. Like, it's so beautiful to watch, but it's crazy to see because it's not those things that happen back to back like that. And I mean, Omen so far is coming up with some magic plays, and yeah, I think this could be a little crushing to Prevail's spirits, and they could potentially, end up getting swept right here. I mean, especially with an attacking side as well. I mean, when when you try to go for the attack, you know, typically it's not doesn't really come up too successful. But they've already had, I believe, they've had 2 attacking rounds now where they've won.
No, I think
actually,
it was all defense until that round.
Yeah.
Defenders kept winning until that round, and that's why we see Omen now with the 3 wins. But I mean, Oz is just making these incredible plays. So I'm expecting a lot from him this season, and if he continues at this rate, we're going to see him at the top of Pro League pretty soon.
Yeah, I think. I mean, just by the whole roster of Omen. I mean, very unknown players. We haven't really seen them so far, and I mean, if they can keep up these kind of plays, like this consistency with their aim, I think if they start playing together longer, we'll start to see more synergy happening from them, and I think they could potentially be a very top team, honestly.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, they have the ability to become one of the teams. 3 of the players, you do see the .emp at the end of the name. They used to be on Empire, so 3 of them already work really well together. They know each other. They've been playing together for a while. As I say that, Scorch is going to take out Flex. That vertical play from the Buck that you love to see. He's going to try to get a grenade up here now, but it's going to get taken out by an ADS. So Oz, once again, doing a lot for his team by saving him from that grenade. But as I was saying, you know, these 3 players do have experience working together. So it's really just about building the synergy between the 3 of them and the other 2 players that are coming from different teams or different backgrounds.
Yeah, but if they can get that synergy down, then yeah, I think they're gonna go really far. A minute left in this round, though. 4v5 situation, losing 1 defender. It's gonna be Pulse. It's gonna be a little bit detrimental for them. They won't get the intel they need as they try to press. But I mean, so far, very delayed push coming up by Prevail. 50 seconds left. Not doubting any of the power out here by Omen, and Reaper gonna get taken out by Fangblade. His body completely exposed there on that west balcony. Scorch coming up from behind on the refrag, still contesting out in server room, looking to make some plays here. Got 1 earlier in the round, picking up a 2nd kill. It's gonna be Oz now on to Evening, 3v3 situation, trying to press into this bomb site. Mayhem now gonna have to force himself back as Prevail's looking to get some picks here onto the bomb site of Armory Lockers. Scorch from below is gonna be taking out Oz. Unexpectedly, Scorch is gonna get taken down by Heavy. So they will lose that roaming potential, but Mango comes in guns blazing, takes down Mayhem. It's a 2v1 situation with the bomb getting planted, where actually Lance is gonna have to, oh, that was an unfortunate rotate. I mean, he could have stuck it there. Rotates out, but Heavy takes, or Heavy gets the frag on him, but Mango is able to actually clutch out this round. And Prevail is actually gonna pull off a win here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure why the Hibana last second just rotated over to try to plant behind half wall, completely exposed herself to the bandit, got killed, and thankfully Mango was able to clean up the round with the kill onto the bandit in the small office. That Hibana rotation there could have cost them the round, and that would have put it to match point. So thankfully this isn't a total replay of last map. You know, Prevail did get another win there, so that was an attacking win for Prevail. That's what they needed. They needed that to really kind of get their spirits back up and to get them back into this. As long as they can win this defending round, then they should be able to put up a fight, hopefully push it into overtime, or at least take the 5 rounds that are needed to win. If they win the next 3 rounds, they have to win the next 3 rounds back to back without losing any, if they really want to take this map. So it's up to Prevail to really decide, how bad do they want this, and you know, how hard are they going to fight for it?
Yeah, and with how the round's been playing out, once again, they've been really, really close. I mean, Omen really is pretty much has been winning based off luck in these final plays that they end up getting these wins off of. Like, Prevail looks pretty comfortable as far as pressing in on the bomb site. They get the kills they need. It's just once they get on that bomb site, they start, you know, getting picked off left and right, and Omen's there left for the cleanup for some crazy plays. But yeah, like you said, they're gonna have to win 3 rounds in a row in order to pinch them up here. Don't know if that's gonna be the case, but I mean, if Omen keeps these rounds as close as they have been, then you know, Prevail could potentially pull it off. But right now, getting this round underway. Right now, patiently waiting. Prevail waiting for the press in from offices. Right now, they are going to be rotating out from east balcony towards south. It looks like they're going to try to take on security room, get those Hibana breaches there onto the west balcony armory lockers.
And it looks like the Thermite is moving up pretty late. I think he was sitting back and trying to drone out for his team, and they figured out that the defenders are, just completely turtled onto site right now. So I want to note this. You see that hatch inside a small office. Evening put up a reinforcement there, or someone else put up a reinforcement there. They can't get caught off guard by a buck like they did, or like what happened to Omen last round. So that's kind of an important hatch to reinforce if you're going for this style of play. But Evening with a nice C4 taking out Fangblade. A drone does spot Mango trying to push up. So they are going to play it a bit safer here. It looks like the entirety of Omen is kind of moving over here to try to open up this mirror window. It looks like they're going to try to push in through this armory wall. Evening is going to open up the mirror window for him. He's holding this angle now. He's watching for any to kind of push out of that doorway. And they're buying as much time as possible right now. The best thing for Prevail to do is buy time, make Omen have to commit to this push and then just cut them off as they go for it. And there it is. Mayhem starts to peek there, but he does not get punished. Evening missing his shots. That's really not good for Prevail. They need to land those shots. They need to shut down those peaks like that. So Evening is going to be moving fully into small office now. And it looks like one of the attackers might have rotated around. Yeah, Flex is in break room right now. He's going to be watching east stairs, making sure nobody's roaming up back from there. Scorch is really low. It looks like he might try to go for a reset. I'm not sure why, because there's not much time left. But it looks like Thermite is down right now, actually. So Oz taking out Evening while Heavy is down.
Yeah, it's one of those weird situations where you see Omen pressing in from the same angle. Flex getting a knife kill onto Mango, catches him off guard. 4v3 situation now. And right now, 18 seconds left. About to have some crazy plays unfolding. Diffuser going to get taken or get planted down. Flex now going to be holding up there in that little cubby area between the lockers. And now Prevail actually getting forced out of sight. Going to have to go in for the attack. Lance now playing aggressively, is going to be pulling out the shotgun. Gets taken down by Flex. 4v2 situation now. Are they going to pull this off? Jaeger and Castle left. Are they going to, they're going to have to play these angles as best as they can in order to pull this off. Otherwise, Omen's going to end up 4-2. Mayhem now taking down Scorch as he tries to go for the rotate. Reaper now shooting through armory lockers. Takes down, or actually a friendly fire there by Oz onto Flex. Bomb now ticking down to 1v3 situation. So far, not looking good for him. Multiple angles getting covered, but Reaper manages to find one, but he's not able to find the others. And the attacking side will be winning that round. Surprisingly enough, Omen pressed in from one whole side, and they were able to take that bomb site.
That was like a horror movie watching that Ash run in on Sandwich there. I would have screamed if I was playing there. If I saw an Ash just come out of nowhere like that and completely obliterate me with a knife kill, I would be terrified. Halloween was yesterday, guys, but come on now. It's horrifying. Even just spectating it is scary. And that's that 3-speed Ash, though. She is lightning fast, pulling off the craziest things.
Yeah, it's weird too, because the last time Omen went for that push, right? They got completely decimated. I think it was that 1v3 situation we saw, and somehow, or it was like a 1v2 or something, and then he was able to get those 2 final frags, even though he went from the same angle where his team was decimated, and they went for the same play again against Prevail, and once again Prevail not really able to stop a push, which is surprisingly enough. They're really just pressing in from one doorway. But I think it's just, you have to kind of give props to those flash pings. It really forced Prevail to rotate out back over there towards offices, and then they pretty much had to give up that whole site.
Yeah, you push people out from behind the half wall there, you push people out of Sandwich, and you open up that mirror window inside a small office. It gives you a lot of room to play around with, and Evening trying to go for that peek onto the Thatcher and missing his shots. You need to punish people that are pushing in through there. If you don't punish the push, it costs you in the end. It's going to hurt a lot. But Heavy is going to get the first pick onto Reaper there, so that's the Thermite out of the round already. So that gets rid of some of their breaching power. However, they do have to get downstairs, so they just really need the Hibana to open up these hatches. Thermite can be useful for getting in through offices if they reinforce that, or getting in through armory wall if that's reinforced as well, which it looks like it is here. So that's unfortunate that Reaper was taken out that early. But hopefully they're still able to play off of it. Mango spots Heavy. He goes to shoot it Heavy, but then Oz peeks it. I'm not sure why Oz decided to peek that, but he did take a lot of damage there. He risked his life. Heavy once again running across there. I mean, he's just darting back and forth, trying to bait Mango out. He does give them the intel on where he is. He does get the intel on where Mango is, but at the same time, you know, he's risking his life for it. It's not the smartest move. Oz, though, is still just standing here. He's playing that Mira. He doesn't have much health, but he's still just going to hang out there and do the best he can to buy as much time as possible.
Right now, Flashbang is coming out, but the ADS system will be preventing us from going out. Scorch gets the frag grenade onto Oz, finally redeeming his fallen teammate with the refrag. So, I mean, what seemed to be a little bit grim is starting to look a little bit brighter here for Prevail as they try to press in. 1 minute and 30 seconds left. You know, plenty of time, but, you know, they still need to keep account of that there are 3 roamers on the field below on the first floor, patiently waiting for this press from Prevail up from above. It's be Heavy as well, rotating back down to Customs. And I think they're just kind of waiting for that security push. They're somewhat baiting the bomb site and then gonna try to go for those picks here. And, you know, Evening, I don't know if he opts to go for the first floor, but as I say that, Flex takes him down. I was about to say, he's in a very bad situation at the moment. I mean, Omen's really completely taking over the first floor and roaming out away from site towards those east stairs, and unfortunately ended up leading to his death.
I mean, Omen is just kind of playing it. They're playing very passive right now. If they notice a mistake from Prevail, they're taking full advantage of it, and they're just taking them out. I mean, Sledge just ran in there, didn't even put a shot up before he got taken out. Mango taking out Heavy as I'm saying this, though, but Fangblade, I think, just spotted the Mira, and Mango is pretty low on health here. It could go in favor of the defenders. It could go in favor of the attackers. It all depends on what decisions they make. I mean, Mango here opening up that front door. Mayhem and Lance playing inside of Workshop. It looks like, sorry, I got that completely off, yeah.
Yeah, you're fine. 15 seconds left. They're trying to get that bomb down. They're trying to stay alive in this round. Managed to get the plant off. Scorch now taking out Fangblade. 3v2 situation. Gets the kill from above on Mayhem. They could potentially stay alive in this game. Flex now taking out Mango. That's not what you want to see. It's ending towards a match point. Flex really has to pull this off if he wants Omen to win this. Otherwise, Prevail still has a chance in this match. Still ticking down. 50% left on the bomb, but Scorch, I'd have to say, ends up taking that round and is the clutch king for his team here for Prevail.
Scorch just put in a lot of work to close that round out. This is going to show, this is what I said. I said Prevail needs to figure out how bad they want this and how much they're willing to fight for it. And Scorch is willing to put up 12 kills to try to take this. I mean, he is doing a lot of work for his team. He is not, don't count Scorch out of this. I mean, he is in this as in as he can be with 12 kills, leading his team, doing as much as he can to help them get these rounds, to help them stay in the fight. He does not want Omen just walking away with this. However, Omen is still at match point. They are attacking now. Prevail is going to be on the lower bomb site, and I believe we saw Omen get a win on this before against Prevail. Or no, Prevail did get the win. They had the 3 roamers upstairs, so I'm expecting to see that again. We're going to have the Castle Jaeger and Bandit probably roaming around upstairs.
Yeah, it's really come down to how well these teams have been able to roam. I mean, Omen did a tremendous job splitting up their forces. You know, it was just a little unfortunate the bomb got planted. I don't think they were aware of where Prevail had posted up. I mean, we saw Ash. I thought, honestly, she was going to go for an aggressive push there on the first floor and try to decimate some of those roamers. But, I mean, Scorch from above completely decimated those anchors right below, or right near that bomb site. So, I mean, props to him for being able to pull that off. Gives his team the win, and that's exactly what they need to stay in. It's leading towards match point. Honestly, if they can prolong these games, I think their team, like as a whole, will start to play better against Omen, because Omen so far has been hanging on a thread. Like as far as luck goes, I think they've been really lucky in these rounds.
I think with Omen, a lot of it was luck, but also a lot of just pure skill in winning these gunfights. I mean, you saw before when Flex was playing Ash and he was sitting inside a sandwich and he won a gunfight against a shotgun. I mean, he had like no health and he won the gunfight against a shotgun as he came flying around the corner. You know, that's not something that's really all luck. That is just completely outgunning your opponent.
Yeah, I think, if Prevail can start to hit their targets at least, then it will prove a little more difficult for Omen to try to finish this out. But 2 minutes in, and it looks like they're already trying to make their approach there on to offices. Right now, they're kind of just opting to take out the roamers up from above. I mean, if they can take up the that second floor, they can definitely put some pressure in with that vertical play. Evening, though, is going to be taken out heavy. It's a 5v4 situation. Unfortunately, they will be losing their thermites, so they aren't going to have the breaching potential as much as they want to. But Fangblade plays the angle nicely from above, takes down Evening with the refrag. Now going to be a 4v4, and Prevail slowly losing a little bit of their roaming potential up from above, because they will have to force themselves to anchor down if they keep picking off these anchors from below.
And we do see them getting really aggressive up here. Fangblade pushing in, taking out Scorch, and then Flex pushing in, taking out Reaper. They're taking full control of this top floor now. It looks like Fangblade was downed, but they're probably going to be able to pick him back up. Smoke and Bandit are both going to be downstairs, just kind of hunkering down on site. They're going to watch these hatches to make sure they're able to shut down people that are trying to drop in through there. But this is risky business now. It is a 4v2. It's massively in favor of Omen. They still have drones. They still have time. They're going to get this intel, and they're just going to work with it. They have a Buck upstairs that if you ping, say he pings Mango or he pings Lance, Buck can open up directly above him. And Mayhem taking out Mango, and then Oz closing it out, picking off Lance. That is the match going to Omen.
Well, very well played by Omen, doing a tremendous job. I mean, that was I think they've only had 2 rounds that were actually what seemed to be a complete sweep. The other rounds were really, really close. I mean, I gotta give up to Prevail. They put up a good fight on this map. I mean, struggled a lot on Oregon, but I mean, they held their own on this map. Unfortunately, they weren't really able to pull off a victory here, but congrats to Omen for getting the 2-0 sweep.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Scorch trying to keep his team in this fight, but in the end, Omen did take it. So, Ty, what did you think? And don't rub it in my face.
I'm going to rub it in your face a little bit. Okay, because for the first time ever, I got 2 flawless picks, so I'm pretty happy with myself. Folks, thank you so much for tuning in. Before you go, a couple of important things. Number 1 is Friday, triple header, Most Wanted versus Flipside Tactics. Be there because everybody else is, okay? Secondly, very, very, very important is if you are one of the people that's been asking around, well, how do I get into CCS? Stay tuned. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, because a little birdie told me that there might be some information coming your way very, very soon on how you might be able to participate. Now, lastly, before we talk about the game a little bit more, there was not a response from the winner that I called out on stream on Friday for the CCS jersey giveaway. We have picked a new winner, Noob Lungs, at Noob Lungs on Twitter. You have been drawn to receive a free CCS jersey. All you have to do to claim it is send us a DM on Twitter or send one of the staff members a DM in Discord, and we will get you the information on how you can claim your jersey. Mr. Noob Lungs, congratulations. Again, you have 48 hours. Guys, what did you think about that game? There were so many nail-bite moments for me. I almost couldn't believe what I was saying. At one point, I think there was like 3 consecutive disadvantage clutches.
I mean, Oz is just, he reminds me of Chala, where he just makes these incredible plays out of nowhere. So I mean, those 2 clutches that he had, there was a 2v5 and then ended up down to a 1v2 or 1v3 or something. He got 3 kills on the smoke, 2 of them with the SMG, or 1 of them with the SMG-11 and 2 with the shotgun. So these are just incredible plays that are coming out of him. I'm really looking forward to following him throughout the season, seeing what he does, seeing where he goes, seeing how he grows as a player. I mean, those were just incredible plays from him. And those are things that it's really exciting to see happening here in CCS. So Omen had really good luck with that pickup with Oz.
No, I agree with you completely. I think that the roster move that they did, and I understand why they did it. It was because, the team, there was a couple of members leaving, and so they were left with the pieces of an old team, and they had the roster moves to take 5 people that have a little bit of experience playing together, and they chose that as a better alternative than kind of throwing together a hodgepodge and seeing what we could, what they could make of it. And clearly it's working. Prevail is not a pushover, and they were showing that in that second half. And Omen was able to pull together and pretty much do work on them. Now, be it a couple of those were a little bit lucky. There's definitely a little bit refining to do, but great job to the people who were able to clutch it out. And that 2v5 was exciting. I know we got a couple of woos out of the casters. Maddie, you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I would just, congrats to Omen on their win. I'm looking forward to see what they're able to do in this league. I love the new roster. Big plays by them. I mean, Prevail, they did hold their own. Like, every round was completely nail-biting, close to call. I mean, you couldn't really tell towards those final moments. But, I mean, good job for Omen for being able to pull off the win there. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that.
Absolutely. And let's not discount Hydra either. Hydra absolutely killed it. Okay? So you guys just keep practicing, get Teamworks integrated into that system, and RTC, if you're out there, listen to me, bud, okay? Keep up the good work. Your team needs you, all right? When you do good, the team does good. Other than that, folks, I don't have anything else for you. We hope to see you here Friday at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern for our triple header. And again, my name is Ty Tangles, here with Mr. Crazy Man, Mr. Matty Cash. You're seeing their names flashing across the screen throughout the broadcast. Give them a follow on Twitter and a little bit of love. They are volunteers. And, of course, my cameraman for tonight, Kaz Rep, C-A-Z-R-E-P. That's at Kaz Rep on Twitter. Give him some love, too. We thank you for tuning in, and we will see you guys next time.